Sports pregame brought to you by Kia.
Hello, basketball fan. NBA on 2K Sports along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. The Minnesota Timberwolves playing against the Golden State Warriors. A good roll continuing right now for the Warriors. Over the first half of the season, we've gotten a good sense of what this team is capable of. When they're on, which they have been consistently, they are an excellent unit. One player you can count on to be a factor in our game tonight, the cat, Karl Anthony Towns, such a fascinating young talent. What makes him so unique as a big man?
Well, I think Towns can handle the ball for a big man. He looks like a wing guy or a guard sometimes when he handles the ball, and his mid-range jump shot is probably separates him. Kind of Kevin Garnett type or like. Maybe not with the same passion or intensity, but he has a lot going for him.
And that cat can run the floor too, Shaq.
You know why he can handle the ball, Kenny?
Why?
He's from Jersey. Has every skill you can want for a player his size, and quickly becoming the ideal model.
So he's a JBH.
In the NBA. Jersey born.
Jersey ball handler?
There it is, Jersey ball.
Oh, I thought Jersey boy homie.
No. Come on, Shaq.
Very close, however. Kevin Harlan, take it away.
You came for battle, just expect to bleed.
The crowd is assembled here at the Target Center in Minneapolis, looking for the Timberwolves to have a victory here on their home floor. And we've got it for you live, right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side are analysts Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. From the sideline, we'll have the Hall of Famer David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a bit. Last game for the Timberwolves, they picked up a W against the Pistons. And that result, guys, was a real shock. It was just about as complete a dominant performance as we've seen them.
And then in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played.
And before we get underway here, let's send it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with Steve Kerr.
Well, this matchup was a win the first time these two teams met, and he said, I know a lot of people were surprised by how well we handled them in that game, but it was no surprise to us. We knew how well we matched up with them, and it was just a matter of executing the game plan. Well, let's see if they can repeat.
Thanks, David. Well, the NBA season, of course, as they say, it's really a marathon. I mean, here at the midway point, sometimes a team will start to look a little run down, a little more fatigued, while others, Doris, at this point, begin just to kind of hit their stride.
You know, I think it can go organization to organization. You have to remember each of these NBA franchises has building commitments outside of their franchise. And so if you look at a team like the San Antonio Spurs, every year they take that vaunted rodeo trip, and by and large they use it as a way for them to come together. They're on the road for a long time, and they use it as a means to become cohesive. And that means being on the road for a while, so there can be some bumps in the road. Sometimes, just the way the NBA scheduling works out, one team might be front-loaded with home games, and so you get off to a great start. There are certainly points of the year where there's a real rhythm to the NBA. As you get to this midway point, everybody's looking forward to that all-star break. It gives everybody a chance to exhale and sort of reset.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, the incredible shooting pair of Curry and Thompson in the backcourt. Durant is out there with Draymond Green, and it's Varejao in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Golden State now. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
They drew a lot of fouls in that game, guys. And that was the one area that really stood out when you watched it.
When your key contributors sit the bench because of foul troubles, obviously that's a problem, and they got plenty of freebies from the charity stripe.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
The confidence is not an issue. Muhammad knows what he's doing offensively.
27-point outing in their last game against Memphis.
And when you look at the number of assists he had, you can tell how cognizant he was of wanting to involve his guys throughout the game.
Feeds it to Varejao. Can't cash in from close range.
He has the skills to finish that. I cannot believe he blew it.
Jones kicks to Levine. Inside. Elitza. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Woo! You talk about threading the eye of the needle. He has an uncanny feel for this game.
The shot's good.
Well, you gotta appreciate the move. I know I did. Going to the finger roll to get the ball over the D.
Jones kicks to Bielitsa. Towns the screen. Levine for three. No good. Shot missing. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Their last encounter was in Oakland.
And across the board in that game, guys, they shot the lights out.
Guys were patient. I think that's crucial in making good decisions, and that's why their field goal percentage was so solid.
6 on the shot clock. Yes, that goes in.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
If you're the coach, you hope it's a wake-up call. Get them to tighten things up on the inside and start protecting the rim with a little bit more authority.
Curry kicks to Durant. And here's a look out at the shot chart showing the field goals attempted locations.
Well, you have to think that he is going to look to go to the rim a little more often going forward because the three ball just hasn't been there. And sometimes it seems he's not getting his feet set or rushing his shooting motion, but either way, it just ain't falling.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Blue shot.
The first free throw is good.
I think one thing we can say for certain, guys, is the Timberwolves have had one of the best rebuilds in recent memory, and obviously it helps getting the top overall pick with Towns. But beyond that, they've made a lot of shrewd decisions.
And Curry has it in the corner. The basket good off the assist from Durant. And that's now 7 points for Steph Curry.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Now Jones, 17 points for him last game against Detroit.
You know, his rebounding was extremely impressive, too. I mean, he snagged some huge boards out there.
And Towns gets it to go.
The broad shoulders of Pat helps make him an excellent screener.
Warriors leading by 5. Thompson outside. Jones against Curry. Thompson right side. Stolen by Levine. Left side Jones. Curry with the defensive effort. Warriors have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. And it's slammed in by Verija.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
Yeah, flawless fast break. Didn't slow down until the ball hit the bottom of the bucket.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Jones dishes to Levine. Muhammad the pass to Towns. And it's blocked. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Verija. Time for the ball. And the official says the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Warriors leading by 7. Thompson outside. And the rejection by Towns. Jones kicks to Levine. Back to Jones. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Oh, it's a great look at the basket. Sometimes you feel like the shot is good, and it just comes up that much short.
Green, the pass to Durant. Curry against Jones. And the rejection by Towns. On the wing, Levine. Jones kicks to Towns. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Here's Muhammad. Buries it down low. Muhammad's got his second basket.
What a quick read by Towns, always keeping his head up.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. One thing you can't help but notice, Doris, with Muhammad is just how strong he is. Listed at 6'6", which is a good height for his position. He can bully everyone else on the wings with his strength.
You know, I think, Kevin, he welcomes the contact. That's perhaps more important than anything. Muhammad is very good at absorbing a hit underneath and continuing on to get a chance at a three-point play. And he looks very much at home under the hoop, even when he has to try to out-muscle opposing big men.
And it's slammed in by Parashar.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Towns against Green. Towns sets the pick for Muhammad. Does not score with that shot. It's his second miss against two made shots. Back to Livingston. He dishes it to Curry. Outside Durant. And he banks in the layup. Durant's got 6.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Well, when you're taken first overall, like Karl Anthony Towns was, you are expected to be an all-star. But you know what, Doris? I'm not sure if many thought Towns would be a generational talent, as he's on track to be in his young career.
Yeah, I think it's rare to see a player be taken first overall and actually exceed expectations. At every step of the way, Towns has worked hard and exceeded what was expected of him. And I think that mentality has put him in position to become one of the best big men in the NBA. I can't wait to watch. Boy, he almost never misses that shot, guys. But you know he'll take it again if he gets another good look.
Jang drops in the layup for 2. Jang's got his first basket of the night.
Well, the definition of a high percentage shooter. Terrific touch by Gorgui Dieng.
It's Durant on the wing. Back to Livingston. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Timberwolves trail by 6. And Jones has it in the corner. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. He's got 5.
You know, that three-pointer probably wasn't the first option for them on that trip, but good job to take what the defense was giving him. Coaches love that kind of decision-making.
Green dishes to Durant. The good-looking shot from the wing. And the Warriors lead by 5.
You know, he's so into their offensive system.
Down low. Rush gets the bucket.
And both teams on fire from the opening tip.
This crowd is already getting its money's worth.
The Warriors have gone 8 of 14 from the field in the first quarter. They kick it out to Green. Back to Livingston. Second shot opportunity. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
The Warriors have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. Hill, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Pachulia, he's checked in for Golden State. Ian Clark comes in for Curry. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
I mean, the first thing you notice about Gorgui Dieng is when he's on the floor, it's his defensive presence. Very long arms to bother shooters, quick movement to stay and trap drivers as they come to the rim. Such a force.
David West, he's checked in for Green. Livingston passes to Clark. Livingston with it. Working on Jones. Pachulia kicks to Clark. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And Pachulia with the dunk.
Pachulia's toughness on display. Skies for the easy finish.
And with Jang's defensive presence, Doris, he'll always find a way onto the floor. Everything else he does is icing on the cake.
Well, it isn't just protecting the rim that Dieng excels at, right? He also has great timing to deny passes and come up with some steals. He's carved out a nice role for himself in the NBA.
We've got 1:18 left here in the first quarter.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
Warriors leading by 6. West can't hit.
You've got to do better there. There wasn't anyone stopping him in the lane.
Rush dishes to Levine. Jang, a screen. Off the screen. And the shot falls short this time.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
I'll tell you what, though, he'll take that every time. That's a great look.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Now here's Jones. 5 points in the game. Hill sets the screen for Levine. Well, the one question Zach Levine had when he entered the NBA is whether or not he could be a reliable contributor on offense. Because he's put in the work to improve his efficiency a great deal in that regard.
Yeah, and I think a big part of that for Levine is that he's worked on his jump shot to where he's now more of a threat. He upped his field goal percentage from mid-range and from deep since his rookie season. He's shown better judgment in the shots he takes. All of that goes into making him a better player.
Clark kicks it to West. To the inside. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Ian Clark. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Timberwolves shot 4 of 7 as a team from the line tonight. Several misses early.
Pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
I'll tell you, 13th pick in the 2014 draft. Levine still with plenty of upside.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Warriors lead by 4. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. Kevin E.P. still feels like he has room to grow, and he gives us some insight into that philosophy.
I think it's another level I can go to. You know, always can be better. That's how I look at things. Teammates need me more than ever now. Coaches need more from me, so I got to dig deep and see where I can find it from.
And with all the weapons around him now, it'll be harder to deny him the ball. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
I tell you what, defensively, they have been in tune with one another as intense as I've seen.
Well, they trust each other, and that's something you establish in practice and in games, and you don't see a ton of miscommunication out there.
Zach Levine is out there with Shabazz Muhammad. Then there's Cole Aldrich. Then it's Hill, and it's Rush in at the small forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. He has a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Andrew Wiggins' ball handling lagged behind the rest of his game before he came to the NBA, and he's found he can use his size to post up immediately. It's a talent that many players don't develop until they've been in the league for years. Kevin, he's got the footwork, and as his skills develop, he's almost certain to become a superstar.
Sure does. Thanks, D.A. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Warriors with the rebound. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. And that's the final game of this 5-game road run for the team. No good from Clark.
Yeah, terrific all-around effort from the defense. They were not going to let him finish over them.
And Muhammad kicks to Hill. The 8-footer. It's blocked.
Once again, Pachulia turning the shooter away, uses his length so well.
West. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Well, Doris, in your playing days of Providence, you were known as a hard-nosed player, extremely competitive, fearlessly going down the lane. Do you think that's something a player can learn, or is it something that you're born with? It's within you.
Yeah,
so to speak.
you know, I think you can be successful without necessarily having a tremendous competitive drive. I do think you want to have a certain level of pride, but toughness and competitive spirit, I think, you know, there's a wide variation from player to player.
Draymond Green, he's checked in for West. Levine for 3, and Pachulia pulls it down.
The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
What a brutal stretch for him, just trying to work his way out of it, which is harder than it sounds.
And stolen by Pekovic. Here's Levine from 16 feet away. He pins it. Levine's got 6.
Increasingly comfortable from the mid-range now. Levine rises and fires.
Curry kicks to Thompson. Back to Curry. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's on Zach Levine.
You know, what's amazing about Curry isn't just how dominant a shooter or player he is, but very few guys in the history of our game have actually changed it. And I think Steph Curry is rapidly moving into that category. I mean, now you see defenders who have to guard 35 feet away from the basket. You know, you generally don't see guys his size dominate the game when they don't feature that next level athleticism. So for what he's done, man, it is just incredible to watch.
And Thompson kicks to Green. And the rejection by Zhang.
Timing, a very natural aspect of what Gorgie Zhang does on the defensive end.
Here's Violate. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Outside, Levine. From 10 feet out and off the glass. That one's good. And now just a 5-point Warrior lead. And with Curry, he's changing the game at the pro level and also for the future. There are going to be a lot of kids mimicking his play style.
You can bet in 10 years there are going to be a ton of sharpshooters who modeled their game after Curry. I don't think anyone saw how he revolutionized the game when he first entered the league.
On the wing, Levine. Passes it to Pekovic. They get a hand on it. He's got a clear path. Here's Pachulia. And Pachulia with the dunk.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Timberwolves trail by 7. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That is his first foul of the game. And the Warriors making a change here. Durant's checked in. Here's Muhammad. 6 points for him. Levine kicks to Pekovic. Great D that time from Green.
Got to be stronger about finishing those looks. That's a great opportunity, guys.
Indeed it is. You're right, Doris. Curry gets the bucket.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Oh, no doubt. They've struggled to defend with any kind of effectiveness. And that's why they're so far off the pace.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
Well, what a season 2015-16 turned into for Zaza Pachulia. Acquired by Dallas for a heavily protected second-round pick, he filled that starting role admirably and was instrumental in helping the Mavericks make the playoffs.
And Violate kicks to Zhang. It's stolen by Green. Here's Curry. Drops in the breakaway layup. And now a 12-point Warrior lead.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
And Pachulia nearly voted an all-star starter in the West last season.
How about Kev? A big social media movement drove a lot of the votes for him, and something he wasn't ever really involved in. Just shows how much people appreciate his game, though. Not a big numbers guy, but he impacts winning.
Clock at 6. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
You know, and I'm not seeing any urgency out of this defense, especially considering the deficit in the score.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Don't you love the intensity of Pachulia in the paint? He welcomes the defense to try to match his level of aggression down low.
Tyus Jones, he's checked in for Minnesota. And out of the Republic of Georgia, Pachulia, a late second-round pick back in 2003. He's carved out, Doris, a very solid career.
Yeah, I mean, Kev, listen, we're talking great IQ and toughness. Works hard on the glass, sets good screens. He's not a big-time scorer or shot blocker, but he's very effective playing that pivot position.
Here's Durant, and Kevin Durant with the slam.
That's exactly how to work it to your advantage. If you're the big man, take your guy down low.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Jones kicks to Muhammad. And he overshot that one, missing.
That was an extremely weak screen. I mean, he clearly didn't want to sacrifice his body right there.
Curry passes to Thompson. For the three. Rebound by Dang. Jang's got 4 rebounds in this game. And Muhammad kicks to Pekovic. Makes it off the glass. Pekovic has got his first bucket in this one.
Well, this guy is an enormous presence inside. The frame, the strength, there's everything there for Pekovic.
Green with a screen on Jones. Curry kicks to Green. And the 3 off target. Timberwolves trail by 14. Muhammad dishes to Jones. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Nailed from three-point land. Bielitsa's got 5 now. Golden State's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Right side, Green. Back to Curry. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. We'll take a look here at the shot chart.
Well, just look at the cluster in the middle of the paint. That right there tells you all you need to know about how they have built the lead they have. They are playing with more intensity on the offensive side of the ball, and it's the difference in the game right now. You have to love how they've approached this matchup.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Back to Jones. And it's blocked by Curry. They get it back. Lets the 3 fly. Offensive rebound. Pekovic. And Thompson kicks to Curry. That's in. Coming off the assist from Thompson. 16 points for Steph Curry.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Minnesota calls timeout.
Start it.
So much in the modern NBA game right now involves speed, especially at that point guard position. Doris, you played it and played it well. Who do you think is the hardest player to stay in front of in the NBA?
Yeah, there'd be a lot of guys on that list, but I think probably I would say Steph Curry. I mean, the mastery of the handle that he has. I mean, there are other guys. Look at Isaiah Thomas, his ability to be a big shot maker. He changed that franchise because he could close games. But just the most difficult individual contest on a night-by-night basis because of the range and the handle is Steph Curry.
The handle, it creates such space, which to me is just amazing what he does in terms of getting just that extra 6 inches to fire away.
Right, and he puts defenders on skates,
yes.
And they screen so well for him, Kevin, and you're right. You give him just a crease of daylight, and that thing's in your eye, as you like to say.
Warriors leading by 15. Outside Durant. Towns against Verjao. And then Durant with the dunk.
And they seem to have gotten something out of almost every possession. Their defense has been just as good, just a tremendous performance all the way around.
You know, it makes it more impressive that it's on the road in front of a crowd. This is a terrific game.
Yeah, way too much standing around in this quarter. They should look to get it inside for more high percentage chances.
And Doris, a lot of people knew that Towns would be good in the NBA, but just how quickly he has established himself as a defensive force is very impressive. You can see how he impacts decisions that opponents are making on the floor around him.
Yeah, I think Towns is always lurking and always aware of what the opposite offense is thinking about, and so he gets a lot of his blocks when the shooter didn't even know Cat was in position to block it. And what's really impressive is how versatile Cat is with who he can match up with and his defense individually in one-on-one situations.
Warriors leading by 14. Durant, the pass to Verjao. The feed to Clark. The high post shot. West against Hill. West dishes to Curry. Not going to go that time. Hill with some nice D. Here's Rush, defended by Durant. Curry against Jones. Kicks it to Towns. Lets it go from the wing. No good on that last second attempt there. And so we conclude the first half. Warriors ahead, leading by 14. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Joined here by Steve Kerr. Coach, great offense from your guys in the first half. What got you the lead?
I started calling some great plays for Steph Curry.
That's why you're the coach of the year, Steve. Thanks.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. This is the halftime show on 2K Sports. The first half was all about Stephen Curry. He had 16 points, 4 assists, and 1 steal. The first 2 quarters tonight looked a lot like what we saw from him in his last game. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, some people wondered what Steph would do and how he would react becoming the MVP. Well, here's your answer. He's still getting better. Yes, better. Less turnovers, better shot selection, and makes it more frequently. Incredible.
Shaq, what'd you think about Minnesota?
Way too soft in the paint defensively. They were all late on their rotations. Obviously, that's a recipe for getting cooked. And you know, I like eating that barbecue chicken. They got to do better, Ernie.
That's it.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
And in terms of points in that first half, you know, he's now at a point where we expect him to perform that way.
Well, he's given us every reason to anticipate big scoring outbursts, and tonight no exception.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. It's the Splash Brothers in the backcourt. Anderson Varejao out there with Green, and it's Durant, and at the 3, the small forward. The shot by Curry, no good.
What a great opportunity. Nice open look. You'll take those anytime you can get an uncontested shot.
Here's Jones. It's rebounded by Golden State. Varejao's got his 3rd rebound tonight. And Thompson kicks to Varejao. Golden State moving it around. Pick by Varejao. Now here's Durant. Defense is right there. Rebound Minnesota. Jones the pass to Levine. Towns a screen on Curry. Jones kicks to Muhammad. Sinks the 3-pointer. Muhammad's got the first basket of the second half here for the Timberwolves.
What you love about Muhammad, his hands are always ready to catch the ball and his mind trained on the bucket.
Curry against Jones. Dishes to Varejao. Here's Thompson.
You know, give Klay Thompson a tremendous amount of credit for not only knowing his role, but accepting it. I mean, he is the perfect sidekick to go along Steph Curry. And, you know, some people talk about maybe he goes somewhere else to be a bigger star. He is a superstar in our league. He just accepts the fact that maybe I won't get every individual accolade in order to chase the hardware. And kudos to him, because there's not any jealousy. And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
Yeah, you know, they may have gotten the feeling he would dish it off, but he had a surprise for them.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia.
Struggling coming out of the break, just 1 for 4.
Curry against Jones. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Aldridge is checked in. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Golden State. Durant kicks to Livingston. And he dunks it down.
And how's that for some ups coming from that one?
He is a rarity among NBA point guards in his ability to elevate.
But how much more dynamic is your backcourt when you add that element of elite athleticism.
An opportunity here to go to the 2K leaderboard and see who's been the hottest of the hot at the small forward position for the past month. Kevin Durant is second.
A lot of the NBA's most explosive players man that small forward position, and you're looking at a pretty good collection of them right there.
Boy, that's putting it mildly. The offensive firepower they're packing is superb, and their talent runs the gamut. They can hurt you inside, long range, anywhere in between. They're all just too tough to stop.
Livingston dishes to Bergeron. Can't hit from in close. Timberwolves trail by 17. Outside, Jones. Green with the block. And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity. And Green slams it in.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
Yeah, and he's not going to let an opportunity like that get away. I mean, he's just going to go hard to the bucket.
Jones kicks to Levine. They set the screen. Will it go? Again, Levine missing.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Livingston passes to Bergeron. Back to Livingston. It's Bergeron, high post. Here's Green. And the layup falls. Green's got 4 points in the quarter.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Towns, the screen. It's Bielitsa. Offensive rebound. And Towns gets it to go.
Just such work ethic. Towns brutal on the offensive glass.
Warriors leading by 19. Livingston dishes to Bergeron. Back to Livingston. Dick by Bergeron. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here. That one is on Towns. Doris, you've interviewed so many coaches over the years. Which coaches do you enjoy interviewing the most?
Well, I have to say my classmate, Billy Donovan.
No kidding.
We were both point guards in the class of '87. I like to tell Billy he was the second best one in that class, in fact. I do enjoy it.
I bet he enjoys that, too. He's a good man, isn't he?
He is, no question about it. And because he's new to the league, he's not objected quite yet to the ad nauseum questions we tend to ask over and over.
How about quickly talking with Greg Popovich at San Antonio, which is always a challenge, whether you're calling the game or you're on the sideline?
I want you to understand something. When I'm walking over to Greg Popovich, I want you to understand that my heart is pounding. I'm probably sweating.
No, come on.
And I'm trying not to shake.
Oh, come on. That's against everything you are. I know that. It's always good conversation, though.
Boy, that's good ball movement down low to set up that bucket.
Livingston kicks to Green. Thompson outside. The pass to Durant. Right block shot. That's the sixth make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Minnesota calls timeout. And the NBA allows more fouls than college with 6, but some feel it might not be enough as it affects games too heavily. We lose some of our best players too early, some say. What is the right amount? Too much, too little? What do you think?
Well, I think they're right where they need to be perfectly frank. And if you remember in college basketball, the Big East, when Patrick Ewing was playing there, they went to 6 fouls. And I thought the level of physicality became absurd on the college level. However, it's different on the NBA. I don't think that 6th foul, it's the perfect amount for this league. I get that the fans want the stars to be on the floor. 6 fouls over a 48-minute game is absolutely perfect.
In the corner, it's Jang. West with the steal. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. It's 3 pointers off the mark. Timberwolves trail by 19. And Jones has it in the corner. Off target with his three.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but it's not helping his team. That was an awful quarter.
Clark, the pass to Pachulia. Inside. And here we go. Levine heading to the goal.
Stop it. Body control. Flair for the dramatic. Levine in style.
Warriors leading by 17. And here's Livingston. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Picked by Pachulia. West with a wide open look. That drops and it comes off the assist from Livingston. And the Warriors lead by 19.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Come on, as a defender, you have got to fight harder to get through that screen and stay with your man.
Here's Aldridge. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. First trip to the line for him here. That one is off. Some changes for Minnesota. Bill comes in for Jang, and it's Muhammad in for Brandon Rush. Good on the second free throw. The Warriors have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Livingston kicks it to West. Thompson outside. High post, Pachulia. Ring shot on the way. The shot by Thompson, no good.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Jones kicks to Levine. Down low. And the basket by Hill. Hill's got his second bucket.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Pass to Pachulia. Now here's Livingston, defended by Jones. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
It's hard to believe that he's a point guard. I mean, he can power those dunks down as well as any big man in the league.
If not better. He's a phenomenal finisher.
And obviously makes him very difficult to defend because he can fly right over you.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Bekovic is checked in. Curry's checked in for Golden State. And Muhammad gets it to go.
Maybe one of those unconscious scoring nights for Muhammad. He has the skill set to do it.
Curry with it. 16 points for him. To the inside, Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
You know, a nice flow to that play. Led him right into the attempt with the sharp pass. It has to be crisp, and it has to be on time.
Outside, Jones. Here's Muhammad, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Warriors leading by 18. Curry dishes to Thompson. Pachulia the pass to Livingston. Back to Pachulia. Pass to West. Just 4 to shoot. And the dunk by West.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely. 59 seconds left to play in the third. It's Hill on the wing. Lets a floater go. No good on the shot. Good D by Thompson. Over in the corner, Livingston. Outside Curry.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
An 85% shooter there, and they've been able to count on him hitting his shots from the line.
Anderson Varejão's checked in for Golden State. Here's Jones. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Jones has got 7 points.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low. And I really thought he would.
Yeah, that's taking the direct approach. He didn't shy away from the size mismatch at all. Just took it right to him.
Timberwolves trail by 19. He feeds it to Muhammad. That shot is in, just like 6 others have been for him. He's shooting 7 for 15.
You have to love that passing, Kev. Just the right amount of zip on that bounce pass.
Here's Livingston. And he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. tries from 16. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Warriors lead by 17. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. Now let's hear what Coach Tom Thibodeau was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
Keep the ball moving. Quick decisions. Get the ball from side to side. Set better screens. Defensively, we got to do a much better job. Let's get on the glass.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Here's Levine. Hill is out there at Bialisa. Then it's Zach Levine. Then there's Muhammad. And it's Towns in at the 5. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And Levine, here we go. Hill, no good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
There is Zhao. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That one on Muhammad. He's off on the first. Good on the second free throw. Now Levine. Down low. Here's Towns. It's rebounded by Golden State. Green's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Curry, and the rejection by Towns.
A terrific effort by Towns. Sticks with the play and sends it back.
Curry brings the double. Levine kicks to Towns. And Muhammad has it in the corner. A three-pointer, no good. Warriors leading by 18. Right side, Green. Great look, but off the mark. Timberwolves have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Muhammad, the pass to Levine. Fires from the wing. The shot misses. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Livingston dishes to Green. He kicks it to Berejao. Just 5 on the clock. And Durant gets it to go. The assist by Berejao.
I mean, he was great in his last game. Clearly, he has not lost that love and feeling.
No, he's having one of those stretches where you just have to stand back and admire the work he's putting in on the basketball court.
And this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Curry kicks to Durant. Over in the corner, Livingston. There's a good screen. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jordan Hill. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Chang, he's checked in for Hill. On defense, Minnesota. They played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. And Green slams it in.
A bit undersized for that power forward, but boy, does he get in the air so quick. Such great lift.
Timberwolves trail by 20. Levine kicks to Zhang. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist.
Listen, this guy's shooting it well enough these days, his Gorgie Zhang. You might want to run him off his spot and make him put it on the deck. He had played mistake-free basketball until that one, his first turnover of the night.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here, we're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's Towns, and the Timberwolves take on 2 more.
The shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Curry kicks to Green. And it's Green with the jam.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Knocked away. Out of bounds. Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession. Here's Towns, and the Timberwolves take on 2 more.
And they're
passing the ball very crisply here.
Warriors leading by 16. Outside Curry. Jang against Green. And it's Green with the jam.
You know, I like that recognition. He knows he's in rhythm, knows this is the time to give his team some punch.
Green with the block. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Tyus Jones, he's checked in for Minnesota. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. And Bielitz kicks to Jones. From the arc, Verejao grabs the board. Verejao's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
One made three for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see. Tremendous effort. I mean, this guy has already cracked double digits on the backboard.
You know, and a lot of it comes down to great fundamentals. Establishing position early, controlling the carom.
Jones from outside. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Livingston passes to Green. And the rejection by Towns. Jones kicks to Zhang. There's the dish to Towns. Fade away. And that one comes up a bit short.
And that's really just not heads-up basketball. Don't try a fadeaway when nobody's guarding you.
Now here's Curry. Durant in the corner. Rolls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Timberwolves trail by 20. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
And they need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
The Warriors have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. And Verejao kicks to Durant. Field goal number 9. He's 9 of 12 with that basket.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Here's Levine. Just looking around the league, Doris, pick a few players you think are going to be the face of the NBA over the next couple of years.
Well, Anthony Davis comes to mind. Certainly the brow.
Good choice.
Yeah, just you love his multifaceted offensive game. Karl Anthony Towns is another one who...
Isn't he amazing?
I mean,
a couple Kentucky guys, too, by the way.
That's a good point. That's a good point. They certainly are coming out of there fast and furious.
They are.
I'll tell you one guy I'm intrigued by. What do you think the ceiling of Andrew Wiggins is?
That length, his jumping ability, I think he's very coachable.
Yes, no doubt.
Played at Kansas the one year, which I think was a great entree into the league. I wonder if the call of Canada is too strong for him to ignore someday down the road.
I'll tell you that. Toronto's a team that has had a lot of defections of free agents.
Yes, they have.
With all these Canadians, does that become a destination?
Oh, Tristan Thompson, and you've got Wiggins. I mean, guys, big-name players that could go back home. Curry, wide open, offensive rebound, and Verejao kicks to Curry. And the wide-open shot from Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 6th assist on the night.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Jones kicks to Muhammad. Lets it go from 11. Jones, the pass to Bielitz, and the shot is good.
That's outstanding work on that possession. Nice, easy look down low. Get your rhythm started.
Curry is inside. Working on Jones, and the basket by Curry.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
Too many. Simple as that. Their defensive weaknesses are being exposed right now.
Levine, and he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. Here's Curry. Well, the league is always looking, Doris, into every possible angle to make precise calls, to give it more precision, more efficiency, more validity. What do you think about some automated assistance for efficiency?
Timeout.
You know, I'm not sure about this one. What I would say is when we go to the replay center, if it's sort of a small call, out of bounds at the end of game, whatever the case may be. I would like to see those officials back in the replay center make that call, communicate it, and let's move on. I think the pace of play would be helped.
They've almost perfected, though, the time it takes to put it up in front of the officials at the game and the view from the center in Secaucus.
They've done a really good job, and again, a case in point where the NBA is proactive trying to improve the game.
Yeah, it's the best of all professional leagues, I think.
No question.
Here's Towns, up and in on the layup. Now it appears an injury out on the floor, and that does not look like any fun.
Yeah, that does not look good. Let's just hope it's not too serious.
You cringe when you see that happen. Unfortunate part of the game.
David West, he's checked in for Draymond Green. Curry kicks to Durant. Rebound by Bielitsa. Timberwolves trail by 21. Bean passes to Bielitsa. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Simply running an offense. Probably the area where Zach can grow the most.
Curry kicks to Verjao. There's a screen. Picked by Verjao. They get it again. Feeds it to Durant. Here's Curry with the three, and that one is off.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And Muhammad kicks to Jones from 12 feet out. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Warriors.
On a given night, one or two guys might have the off night from the line, but today the team did a much better job with their free throws.
They didn't lose focus, and it made a difference.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series. And so many key players that you could point to tonight, but in particular, a great game for Stephen Curry.
What an exciting game from him. And you can look at both ends of the floor for his highlight reel. The effort was truly on display. I thought he set the tone in this win tonight.
The defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
I mean, easily prevented points if they just attacked the boards the way they should have.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Bielitsa. Rush comes in for Levine, and Lucas subbed in for Jones. Rush with the steal. 30 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. He doesn't hit that one, and Golden State will go the other way with it. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. West outside. And the stuff by West.
And they're not finished just yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
And that's the thing. When you fought all game, expended all your energy, you want to do everything you can to come away with the W.
Here's Lucas. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Listen, at what point does the defense try to deny Towns the touches? Because he's been unstoppable here.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they control the game and just completely took the crowd.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Unfortunate injury to Green there. I don't know what the outcome's going to be. Hoping for the best. I'm out of here. Take it easy. Laters.
We're a real deep team this year. We got a lot of guys who start on some good teams, so we stay collective here.
Play great effort from everyone. Thanks again. Back to you.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. Now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Kevin Durant.
Well, how about his shooting tonight? He was locked in from the floor. Wide open, a double team, it did not seem to matter. He was going to...
That's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. He's